As we close out our latest episode with the incredible Gillian Ashcroft, I'm thrilled to announce something special for the next 2 weeks, our Back to the Future series. Since launching in April 2024, Leading Our Own Way has been home to some unforgettable stories, and now we're rewinding to share hidden gems from the past 20 months. These episodes are packed with wisdom to carry you through the holidays and into the new year. Like I mentioned, they're hidden gems, stories of resilience and transformation. And to kick things off on Monday, January 5th, here in Australia, or on Sunday, if you're in the UK, we're bringing you my inspiring conversation, amazing chat with Beck Christian, all the way from the Cotswolds in England. She's actually from where I'm from, believe it or not, but we didn't even know it's her. She is the founder of the Limiters Academy. Her story is all about breaking through limits and leading with purpose. As a massive Back to the Future fan, it just felt right. A chance to reflect, recharge, and keep leading our own way into the future. Let's start strong and make sure we don't drop off just after a few weeks and stay strong together. Let's go. Guys, your mission takes grit, determination, and resilience. First of all, where or how do you think you've built these fundamental skills? Who wants to start us off?
I think it comes from having a dream and sticking to it. When we were much younger, coming up to next month, about 3 years ago, when we started this campaign, it was just a total dream to do it. And going through the things we've gone through the past 3 years, I think that naturally creates that grit and determination to do it and completely cements that inside you. And pretty much in our campaign, that's our only message. Stick to your own dream and you can get there eventually. It's going to take so much hard work, but you're going to get there.
Yes, I love it. Great answer. You said campaign a couple of times. I think it's time to tell us the unreal campaign that you're about to embark on. Go for it, you three flying fish.
So in December this year, we're going to row from La Gomera in the Canary Islands to Antigua in the Caribbean, which is 3,000 miles across the Atlantic Ocean unsupported. We'll be the youngest team to do that.
Why? Why are you going to put yourselves through this?
Well, we're doing it. We've got 3 aims. The first aim is to obviously inspire the youth to say, as what Ryan said earlier, that they can do anything they put their mind to, and all you need is hard work, a bit of grit and determination. Showing everyone that we understand where young people are nowadays, and they get a lot of pressure and stuff like that with school, college, university and stuff, and if they've got something they want to do, they can stick their mind to it and they can do it just like us. And the second aim, Anna?
Yeah, the second aim is our Teenage Cancer Trust, so our charity. So obviously ties in full circle with the whole thing about our campaign being based around youth, is that obviously we're raising money for Teenage Cancer Trust, which then means that, you know, we're in the position that we can do something like this. So kids that can't, and it's not just cancer, you know, it's anything. It could be financial situation or your family situation or any illness or anything you've got that means that you can't do something like this, and we're trying to show that we're doing it so you can try. And, you know, the kids that can't do it, it's like, well, we've got the opportunity to, and raise awareness for them whilst we're doing it, so why wouldn't we do that?
Yeah.
And then third, when we started a campaign, we decided to do these aims because it's the best way to get across every single message. So we created 3 of them, and our third one is to break one world record, where we'll be the youngest team ever to row across any ocean, which is, I think, pretty cool. I think we're very, very proud of that. We haven't got it yet, but if we get to the other side, in no matter what time, we get that record, and we can show young people, you know, it's so possible. You know, I was 17 when we came up with the idea. You were 15. And, you know, we were just total kids with a dream. Yeah. And we never realised that our dream could actually give us a world record. But we have to get to the other side first. So we don't have that, but we, you know, hopefully we will. We're, you know, safe and sound.
When, not if.
Yeah, absolutely,
exactly.
Absolutely. But yeah, it's so exciting, and you know, we've changed so much as people going through this journey so far.
If I'm not a campaign guy, I don't know what I'm doing in terms of, you guys are the experts. So, is there anything we've missed in terms of the trip, in terms of the campaign before I ask you around about the cancer side of things?
So I think there is one thing, and it's how the shift patterns work.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I should have known that.
Obviously, when we want that boat to keep moving the whole time, so that means we got to have at least 2 people on the oars at any one time. So that means there's 3 of us. There'll be 1 person resting, 2 people on the oars. Which also means we were doing it yesterday. We're not going to get much sleep at all. So it's going to be 2 hours rowing on, 1 hour.
My light's just gone off. Sorry.
We'll have 3 on.
Sorry, carry on. My light turns off at 11:15 at night over here.
So 2 hours on, 1 hour off is our shift pattern. So depending on how we're going to change things, realistically, the most amount of sleep we're ever going to have is 1 hour.
Please check on the person who's sleeping, just because of those swordfish as well, by the way. Please.
Yeah. So we've got to prepare our bodies to the fact that, we're going to be tired pretty much the whole time. We're going to be hallucinating. When I rode the North Sea, I saw a Viking ship on a crest of a wave, and obviously that wasn't real, but I was hallucinating that Viking ship. It's all because of sleep deprivation. So yeah, that's a question we get asked all the time. How does sleep work, and how does that shift pattern work? We're gonna put ourselves through hell to get to Antigua, but we're gonna do it.
And is there any point in time where all 3 of you can be rowing at the same time, or will that not happen?
Yeah, so the thing with the shift patterns is you go out usually with a shift pattern in mind, but then obviously, like Rowan said earlier, Mother Nature does her thing, like we can't control it. So if we get in a really, really bad storm, we're capsizing every 2 minutes, we're not going to be able to row. We're going to put our power anchor down, we're going to lock ourselves in the cabin, and we're going to wait till it stops. Do you know what I mean? If it gets to that point, so then we'll have no people rowing. But also, if we've got bad weather, but we still want the boat to be moving, so we've got enough that we can have people on the oars, it's better to have 3 people on the oars, all 3 of us like rowing as hard as we can, and move forward 10 miles, because all the other people in the fleet that have put their power anchor down have gone back 30. So actually we've gained 40. So it's kind of like we don't want to go back. So if you get into a position where it's really hard, like it is, like we're struggling, let's get another person on the oars and just keep moving forward. But equally, sometimes you get to the point where, like Dad said, there was points where he would be putting his oars in the water and it'd be slowing them down because they were having a wave, and the wave would just surf the wave. So actually putting your oars in slows you down. So there were points where they'd go out and actually he'd come off the oars and he'd just sit there and eat some food, have a little rest. It was like, so it really does depend. And like I said, 2 hours on, 1 hour off is hard. So it might be that we try and do that for the first few weeks, and then once we're out into the ocean and we've got the winds backing us, we drop down to maybe 3 hours on, 3 hours off, and we only have 1 person on the oars for a section of time. So it's all just, we've obviously got to go out and practice and just try the different things and see what works for us.
Gillian. What's Gillian's role?
So Bernie connects us to Gillian, and then we had a call with her. We had a few calls with her actually, and she was like, "It's amazing, I love it." And the great thing is, like I said earlier, all the partners we've got on board love the campaign but love us, and I think that's the good thing is that they think we're good, so they obviously will then come into the campaign and join the challenge. And she came on board probably. So that's been for what?
6, 7 weeks.
Last year.
And it was back and forth, and every single time I had a call, again, we were just gleaming at the end of it. We were like, oh, she's amazing, she's great, she talks really fast, but so do I, so we get on really well. But then we ended up putting the boat order through, sent it through to her, and she's funded the actual boat. And the amazing thing is, like I said with our boat design, she's allowed us to have, give or take, full control of the boat design. So we've made it 3 Flying Fish branded. We're going to have, so she supports a few charities, so we're actually going to have them charities on the side of the boat in little bubbles after we've printed the boat off. So there will be that aspect where she gets her like advertisement almost, so she can, because she is she's a philanthropist, so she's massively into funding other people and putting money into charities and things like that. So we still want to be able to advertise her and in a way of saying thank you. And the boat's called Jill.
named the boat after.
Love that.
So, yeah, we're super lucky to have Jill, because without Jill, I don't think any of the other partners would come aboard, because Jill was pretty much our first partner. I'm not going to say the amount of money she gave us out of respect for her, but she gave an incredible amount of money, and invested in our campaign, but quite clearly was actually investing in us.
Yeah.
And that gave a kickstart to other people saying, look, like someone's investing that amount of money in us. Now we look at these kids and think, you know, I want to invest that amount of money as well. And everything just snowballed from there. It was just unbelievable. So thanks to Jill, our campaign has, you know, gone places. Yeah. Thankfully.
She has a great team behind her that will help push this reach, the reach for this and your campaign massively. I've acknowledged this to you before, but Gillian's going to be a guest. I'm meeting her next week for a pre-chat where I think she's in India, but I think she might be back by then. I'm not too sure, but I'm meeting her. Sorry? She's
doing a tuk-tuk race, I think, for charity around India.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So I'm meeting her Thursday at 9 p.m, so it'll be 10 a.m. in the UK. I've been talking to her. We actually have, believe it or not, we've got, the marketing manager, she's from, she used to live in Australia, believe it or not. And she is from where I'm from, believe it or not. And we've connected. We're not far off the same age, and I think there might be a few friends in common there from Manchester area. So very small world. But yeah, no, Gillian's going to appear on the podcast, and she wants me to appear on a radio show. She wants me to share my journey as well as her sharing her journey on my platform. So thanks for you guys for that, because I actually reached out to her to say thank you for supporting you. And that's just where our friendship joined, and the WhatsApp messages come back and forth. And she just talks to me like she's known me for years. I love that about people. Just love it.
I've never met anyone like Jill, and she is absolutely amazing. She's got a heart of gold.
She has. Yeah.
But I wanted to say the link between Jill and our campaign as well, where Jill's a massive leader in social care in the UK. She created a business called Exceptional Care that does amazing work with young people going into their lives, as you know, Andy. And it links so incredibly well with what we're doing with inspiring young people, and just trying to make people aware that it is so possible if you've got that dream. So the cohesion between the two is just really, really good, and we're glad that we got, you know, a title partner who isn't a multi-billion-pound bank, but is someone who has the exact same values as us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it ties beautifully, doesn't it? You just couldn't get a better fit. You just couldn't. No way. Thanks for joining me on this special Back to the Future journey. Remember, we're running this series all the way through until Friday, 2nd of January. So there are plenty of gems to listen to in the Back to the Future series. If you want to hear the full episode with today's guest, just hit the links in the show notes to check out the complete conversation. Soak up the inspiration, share it with someone who needs it, and let's keep leading our own way into the future together. Stay tuned for more stories and have an amazing holiday break.